Welcome back to Good Day Orlando. In the Consumer Corner, with the new year comes new resolutions. Yours might involve getting in better shape physically, but after all the holiday spending, it could also mean getting in shape financially. Certified Financial Planner Bert joining us this morning with tips to tackle your credit card debt in 2017. Joe, Happy New Year.
Good morning, Andrea.
Good to see you.
You too.
So where is the best place, you say, to start when it comes to dealing with this mound of credit card debt we're facing?
Well, the first thing you need to do is make a plan. You need to understand, what am I going to do and how bad is the debt that I have to get myself out of. So you got to have a plan. Unfortunately, what many people do is they just treat this willy-nilly, and as the credit card comes in, they'll pay the minimum, and they go through the life and through the years doing that and end up really living with credit, which is not a good thing.
Yeah, and oftentimes the credit card companies are putting the amount you'll end up paying if you just pay the minimum. So that's quite eye-opening, too.
It is. I think it's a step in the right direction because people finally realize what that mountain of debt costs.
So you say make a plan, calculate your total debt.
Yeah, you need to understand how big the pile is, how big my obligations are. And so what you want to do is go to annualcreditreport.com, pull up your credit report, and find out to be sure that all this debt that you have, and then get a list of what it is, and then at least you have an understanding of what the problem is.
Okay, so you also say determine how much you can pay.
What you want to know is okay, I've got this pile of debt, how much can I pay? What you want to do is go through all of your obligations. We have basic obligations. We've got the rent or the mortgage, we've got insurance, we've got food, we've got basic living expenses. And then you have what we call your discretionary expenses. That's the dining out, the vacations, all that stuff that we want to do but you don't have to do. So what you want to figure out is, okay, what do I have to pay, those mandatory things, and then the rest is left over to pay toward the debt. Get focused on the debt, and then after you've paid that off, then have a good time.
So let's say you don't have a lot of money, right, and you need some options when it comes to kind of getting this under control. What's your advice?
I think the thing is you have to have a mindset. Understand what the debt is, and as we said in the past, look at the obligations you have coming in. You get two ways to tackle it. Financially, the best way to do is pay off the high interest rate credit cards because you want to get rid of that. But psychologically, and we're all psychological beings, is to look at that debt and then whittle away the smallest ones because you get a feeling of accomplishment. Then you get that one done and you move on to the next one, before you know it, hopefully you're just down to one credit card.
What about calling the credit card company about a situation if you need some help?
Well, of course, that's always a good idea. What you don't want to do is ignore it because you can't run from it and it's going to follow you around. This is your financial reputation, and that carries it. And then your financial reputation affects your ability to get a job oftentimes because today employers are looking at that. Your ability to rent an apartment, it affects your automobile insurance, all that stuff. Very important. So understand what your debt is and don't run away from it.
Okay, getting your credit card house in order this year.
It is. It's the key. Good New Year's resolution. It's like you said in the opening. We have good intentions. We want to get in shape physically. Yeah. Get in shape fiscally.
Fiscally, I like that. Joe, where can people find you?
Just Google me, 2 words, Joe Bert, B-E-R-T.
Okay, there you go.